Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you one damn good reason to be in the crypto space or certainly have exposure to it. By the end of this video, you will have that reason. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you, and on this channel we have often gone over it and likened cryptocurrencies or blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies that have come out of blockchain technology and the internet and the stocks that came out, the dot-com stocks that came out of that. We're going to be showing you that in this video. I'm also going to be showing you the fact that the crypto space is going to grow exponentially over the coming years, ladies and gentlemen. This is something I'm very passionate about, and I want to help share this message with as many people as possible, and you guys can help to do that too by sharing this video, liking it, and commenting and subscribing to this channel. Guys, let's jump straight into this video, and where I want to start is showing you the total money in the crypto space. I want to bring up a representation of the dot-com boom. This is the 2000s, guys, when the height of the dot-com boom took place. I also want to be quickly showing you that by 2002, over $5 trillion were lost. Investors lost over $5 trillion when the dot-com boom crashed. We are going to get into a number of stocks such as Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple. This is, of course, the dot-com boom. They are very, very similar to Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum. We're going to be showing you a lot in this video. So at the height of the dot-com boom, guys, you were over $5 trillion. Now, you got to remember in 2000, there was a lot less money floating around. A millionaire or $1 trillion in the 2000s is vastly different from $1 trillion today. A millionaire today is significantly poorer than a millionaire back in the 2000s, i.e. the millionaire back in the 2000s could have bought a lot more than a millionaire today. So we live in a different kind of environment, and ultimately what you have with money getting inflated and devalued fiat systems across the world is a perfect storm setting up for cryptocurrencies. We're going to touch on the criticism towards the end of the video once I've got the meat of this video out of the way of, because some people say that blockchain isn't really comparable to the internet. I'm going to tell you exactly why it is. Guys, the next thing I want to talk to you about is the rate of adoption that cryptocurrencies are seeing. Like I said, we live in a different environment, and of course things nowadays can get more easily adopted due to things like the internet, word of mouth, more accessibility, and really the internet and the kind of infrastructure around that. You can see that cryptocurrency users are getting significantly adopted at a higher rate than the internet was. And why this is important, guys, is because adoption and price are heavily correlated. Go and look at something called Metcalfe's law. It essentially dictates that the amount of users is going to increase the price. This is basic supply and demand, ladies and gentlemen. Cryptocurrency market today is at $1.4 trillion. Remember, dot-com boom was significantly over $5 trillion back then, when $1 trillion was a lot of money. I'm not saying $1 trillion is a lot of money today. It's just significantly less than what it would have been back then. So that being said, guys, let's jump straight into the comparables. Now, ultimately, I've shown you the dot-com boom, and this kind of represents it. If we take a look at something like Bitcoin and we compare it to Amazon, you can see that they are following. And on this channel, before Bitcoin, when it was around about this region, we were telling you it is following. Go and watch it. It's one of my first videos I ever made saying that Bitcoin is following Amazon. It is undeniable, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is it following it, it's getting adopted at a higher and faster rate. Crypto moves at a very fast, but it's a very fast-paced market. That's why when we have these 50% drops like we've recently done, everyone gets shaken out and panics because they don't understand how this market works. I'm fortunate that I got in 2017 and got to witness, I had a baptism of fire when everything sold off by 95%, which left me looking around for reasons to stick around, and I found them, and it was the underlying technology behind these cryptocurrencies. Is going to change the world, and we're going to talk about that towards the end of the video, so stay tuned, guys. I'm going to be giving you a quote from John McAfee. Rest in peace, John McAfee, because he was somebody who really saw the wood through the trees. Yes, he did a number of questionable things, but we're all human beings. We all do questionable things, ladies and gentlemen. So this is, of course, Bitcoin. Amazon, you are going to follow a similar direction. One thing I want to point out with Amazon is just how volatile it was as an emerging market. Similar sort of sell-offs to what we've just seen in Bitcoin, and ultimately, because of the underlying values, this technology just kept growing because of its increased adoption. Seeing the same thing with Bitcoin. This is Cardano, the crowd's favorite, one of my favorite cryptocurrencies, and this, of course, is Microsoft. Same thing occurred, ladies and gentlemen. You go through a bear market after your bust. This is really, and one thing I want to point out before I go on, guys, what was happening here Well, the same way institutions missed the 2017 bull run, the same way they missed the dot-com boom, what they do is they essentially FUD the market. They scare people out of the market. They tell you, the same way they told you that Bitcoin was garbage back here, that these dot-com stocks are not going to last, they're not going to be here. And what they do is they accumulate. That's why you always want to look at what they're doing with their money, not what they're saying. Because what they say, they lie. We live in a world full of liars, ladies and gentlemen. It's one reason you should subscribe to this channel. Yes, we do use clickbait on this channel, but who doesn't in this world, guys? And ultimately, how I justify that is by giving you a real, true, underlying message. Once I've trapped you into this channel, if that makes sense. That's not really what I'm doing, guys, but you get the drift. So you know, they did the exact same thing. Now, of course, I was only a kid when the dot-com boom happened, but I have spoke to many people that were a part of it, and they said, yeah, absolutely, you know, they're doing the same thing with crypto. They did the same thing with so many different markets, guys, and it's all about the people that know what's going on. The institutions, the composite man, as Wyckoff spoke about, essentially sucking the blood from the retail institutional guys and subtracting money off them. And that's really what trading is all about. You're taking a trade against somebody else and trying to be, you know, on the right side of that trade. I hope that makes sense. So Amazon, I mean, look at where Amazon is today. That dot-com boom was completely irrelevant. And I believe 2017's boom is going to be completely irrelevant in the future, guys. I really do believe that. This is, of course, Cardano. We know what happened with Microsoft, guys. I mean, very similar, following an extremely similar trajectory, these are. And you're just getting started, guys. You really are just getting started. You can see Bitcoin's doing the exact same thing. This, of course, is Ethereum, who I'm another big fan of. And this is Apple. It's almost identical, guys. You need to wake up. If you're... and of course, you've got your 2008. All you got to do is hold through these periods, guys. If what you're holding has underlying value, and please, I hope there's nobody out there that's going, well, why is Bitcoin really valuable? Because if it's not apparent to you now, you've not done your research on this. I'm going to touch on the comment because it is a fair comment, I believe, and it's one that deserves answering. Is people say, well, you can't really compare blockchain and the internet. They're two different things. But what they both are is technologies that are going to revolutionize the world. The internet has already done so. When the internet first came out, I am pretty sure there was only a very, very small 0.0001% of the population who really understood what was going to happen here. Same is true with blockchain today. The internet is using everything. Blockchain is going to be using everything. People think of cryptocurrencies because they're called cryptocurrencies, and they think that it only applies to the financial realm. You can use blockchain for anything, and this is a quote from John McAfee, or a paraphrase, I should say. I don't know if I'm going to be quoting him right, but the sentiment is definitely correct. If we had blockchain from the dawn of human beings, history would be completely different. That's because history is wrote by the victor. One reason blockchain is inherently valuable is it is math. It can't lie to you. There is an immutable record, the same way you can go and find the first Bitcoin transaction and track every single transaction publicly till the transactions that are being took today. You could do that with information. You can store it on the blockchain, certain world events, and you could essentially write history in an accurate representation of it. We can use things like oracles, and it's crazy the use cases for this technology, and it is just ramping up. And when you think about the fact that, you know, it's less than 1% or 2% of the world is even owns cryptocurrency, let alone uses it, by the way, guys. There's a huge difference between people owning the dot-com stocks and people using something like Amazon. We are still to see that user base come in. It is coming. The only thing the majority of people use cryptocurrencies for at the moment is, more so than DeFi, by the way, guys, is really to buy and hold as a speculative asset. You are early. This is going to be huge and is going to change many of your lives. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, like I said, and none of this is financial advice. This is just my beliefs, and I'm here sharing them with you because, unlike the institutions, I care about individuals making and making money. Because I think we live in a world now where money is, and it should be this way, but it is, as important as food or drink. Because if you don't have money, guys, your life is going to be hard. You're a complete slave to the financial system, and I don't care whether that goes against me for saying that, but it's absolutely true, and I believe that, and I want to help as many people out, and that's why this channel is here today, guys. Get out of that slavery. Margaret Thatcher, say what you want about her, she said, how can you be free if you're not financially free? She's spot on, guys. And how many of you out there are financially free? I would like to think I'm doing quite well in life. I'm still not financially free because I still have commitments. I'm still trying to make it, and I know there's a lot of you out there that are doing so. So I hope you found value in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Please go and do some research. The institutions do the same thing every time. It's just complete noise that's happening now. Understand that cryptocurrencies are getting significantly adopted, and it's continuing at a higher rate than what the internet was. This is going to continue because we live in a different world, and you are going to have significantly more money flow into the crypto space. $1.4 trillion. .com boom was, well over five. I think $5.6 trillion it topped out at, or not, depending on who you go by. And it's absolutely similar to the trajectory that's getting followed here. The same actors at play. So many comparables, and like I say, you really can compare the internet with blockchain because they are both revolutionary technologies. They are both changing the world in weird and wonderful ways. And we will see how this pans out, guys. We'll see if I'm right, and many of you guys are also right who are also embarking on this journey. So that is all I have for you guys. I'm going to love and leave you. I hope you found this interesting. If you have, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and hopefully I will see you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, ladies and gentlemen.